Dear Tmimim, Chassidim, and Mishpachas, the Gemara Brachas, Daf Ches Amud Aleph, says, Omar HaKadosh Baruch Hu kol ha'esek b'Torah b'gmilas chasodim u'mispalalim ha'tzibur Maila ani olav kilu poda'ani li u'lebonai mibein umas ha'olam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, whoever is involved in learning Torah and is involved in doing kindness, davens with a minyan. Hashem says, I consider his merits as if he redeemed myself, referring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and my children, Bnei Yisro, from amongst the nations of the world. The Rebbe asks a question. When we're dealing about Torah, which has to do with the mind, with wisdom, why would the Gemara use a lashon kol ha'osek b'Torah? Osek, business, has to do with the hands, something physical. It should have said kol ha'lemed, kol ha'chekim, something that refers to intellect, not something that has to do with physical act, with physical doing. And here the Rebbe responds and says, we see from a word, a diuk, that the Amoraim, the Tanoim are so careful, which gives us an insight of how to bring about the redemption. And that is that there is two types of people that are involved in doing work. One is a worker, and he gets a salary. He comes in at 9 and leaves at 5. And for him, the business, it's not his business, so therefore he doesn't care so much what happens with the business. Once he leaves the office, he is in a different world. On the other hand, someone who owns a business, there it's all different. By him, there's no such a thing as 5 o'clock walk out. If there are things that are unfinished in the work, he will stay longer. It could be 6, 7. Then he will come home, and his wife will serve him the meal, the supper, and she'll notice at him that his mind is somewhere else. She'll ask him, what's going on? And he will respond that there is something urgent in the business and he has big appointments for tomorrow. It's on his mind. And then when he goes to sleep, what does he dream about? He dreams about the business. The reason is because he owns the business. It's his own business and it's negea benefesh. So the Gemara is teaching us that when it comes to learning Torah, in addition that you have a set time in learning, it's not enough. It has to be that you own the Torah. Therefore, you will make sure that the Torah is with you, not just at the time that you're learning, but also when you go home, you can discuss it with the family. You go to sleep, you think about what you learned. It is something that permeates you. Like the Tzemach Tzedek said, Kol ha'lemed leprakim, there is the way you learn it down here, that it means you learn leprakim, means from time to time. But then in Shamayim, they learned the same phrase, Kol ha'lemed leprakim means lefadik, to take it apart, that whatever you learn, it permeates you. It's negea benefesh. And the same idea is referring to gmilas chasodim. When it comes to doing kindness, you don't wait only for someone to knock on your door and respond to his request, but it's negea benefesh to help another Jew. And therefore you will think, what can I do for the Jew that lives on my block, or neighbors or friends or in the community? You're involved, you care, and therefore it's with you throughout the day, throughout the evening. This is your life. And the same idea is when it comes to davening. When it comes to daven, what it means is that it should be negea benefesh, the davening, that it has an impact that even afterwards, throughout the day, you remember what touched you when you were saying Hoidul Hashem, or you were saying V'hu Rachum, or you were thinking about the Hashem Echad, Any of those points of davening is something that leaves an impression. So for that, the Eibishter says, when you are doing these three pillars that the world stands on, as a balisik, someone who owns it, so then this will bring the redemption. Let's hope that we should be zeichem immediately to the Gula Shlema. Kol Tuv to all of you.